We're barely a month into 2025 and it's already not looking great to say the least. With everything going so bad so fast, I think all of us could use a break from it all, even if it's just for a few minutes. And what better than my personal favorite nostalgia trip? You all know how much I love this series, and I think my favorite Pokemon is pretty obvious. He is in my profile picture. I mean, who wouldn't want a Totodile? What's not to like about a little blue crocodile that dances everywhere and quacks like a duck? In my mind, Totodile is the perfect blend of funny little guy and mess around and find out with a pinch of awkward teen years thrown in there. And hey, who can't relate to that, am I right? What you wouldn't be able to guess, though, is which season of the show is my favorite. My history with the show is spotty at best. I mean, I watched Indigo League so much as a kid, I knew the Pokerap by heart. But due to events, the next time I actually watched it, X and Y was already wrapping up. Occasionally I'll go back and watch a few episodes of the newer seasons, but for whatever reason, I could never get into it enough to finish a whole season all the way through. That is, until a year or so ago. I'd been looking for references on YouTube for an animation I was working on at the time when I stumbled onto a battle that looked completely different from any of the other ones I'd watched 10,000 times already. After scouring the comment section for the video, I found out it was from a spin-off miniseries called Pokemon Origins. I bought it on YouTube because apparently it was scrubbed from literally every other service in existence, and I'm not even kidding when I tell you I watched it all the way through twice the same day. I loved everything about it. The intro looked like selecting a save file, the character interactions were super believable, even the animation for when Charmander was let out of the Pokeball for the first time, they were all gold. The only thing that threw me off for a second was when Red opened his mouth and Eren Yeager's voice came out, but once I realized I wasn't about to have my memories rewritten, I got sucked right back in. It was a super nice change to have rivals that didn't actively hate each other. I mean, Red and Blue definitely didn't pull any punches, but it was pretty obvious that they were best friends that just happened to have the same goal. Then there was the thing that brought me there in the first place, the battles. I can't really describe it in any other way than to say that they looked how the game battles felt. The Pokemon having a more active role in the battles just made sense. Sure, they listened to the trainers, but they didn't just mindlessly respond to their commands. They also made decisions in the heat of the moment. I really wish that they would have been able to do an Origins type series for each game though. It's obvious everybody involved loves the source material as much as the fans, and it sucks that the other games didn't really get that treatment. I mean, they even had the white hand bit from the original game, for crying out loud. Now I will say I watched Pokemon Generations since I heard so many good things about it, and it was awesome too. There were a lot of neat sequences, and it was all super detailed, but it was essentially just animated versions of select scenes from all of the games, and it didn't have an overall story to it like Origins did. I know that's how they meant for it to be, but I still prefer Origins because it was just a full-on story on its own. By the way, I do really recommend watching Generations. It was really neat. If you need more convincing, just watch number 9 or number 10 of the Generations series. Those were the coolest by far. I'm definitely not saying Origins is the absolute best of the series or that any other season is bad. I just really liked it, and if you didn't, that's totally fine too. That's kind of the thing that I like most about Pokemon, is there's so much variety that there's something in it for everybody. Hey guys, I think this animation has probably gone through the most changes out of any of the ones that I've made so far, just from the sheer amount of stuff that's going on right now. I kind of wanted to reflect what's been going on in the animation to kind of at least try to help to lift everybody's spirits right now. I know everybody's going through some stuff. If you're caught up in those like California fires, or if you've got anything else that's been going on so far this year that I haven't heard about, just hang in there, be safe, and I'll see you guys next time.